Okay. Is this working? I think this is working. I also have no idea who's showing up in here. Cool. All right. For whoever randomly stumbles upon this. Wow, stream element spot. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh my god, I have one viewer. Let's go. All right. Doing a it's late here where I am. But I thought it'd be fun to do this because I'm going to do this anyway, which is like ranking various things that exist in the world. And I think it's interesting to look at what kind of communities think, or like the community thinks it are really good. Yes, 10:43 p.m. West Coast DGen stream. Well, it's not that late yet. Like if I started stuff even later, it would be glorious. But I want to see whoever shows up in this chat at this hour. It's probably gonna be a bunch of like European and some of the guys in Asia who will show up here. Just about you guys can help me rank stuff, because this is the type of stuff that I would do anyway outside of whenever these YouTube videos. Yeah, I'll highlight the okay. Matrix M1 Pro. What is this? I've never. Oh, you know what this is? I have. All right, let's take a look at what this is. The Matrix M1 Pro. What is this thing? Interesting. What? So that's like what? $50? $16.80. Interesting choice. How much Baja Blast have I had? I have cans. I have cans here. That scale, I have a version of the scale somewhere here. I have this scale. So this is the MHW3 Bomber version of this scale. Look at this. It has the Bomber logo, and I haven't used this for months. Yeah, see, MHW3 Bomber USB-C. I think this was like $60. They all look the same, and they have the 4 displays as well. I don't think this has any power, but it does like the 4 displays. And it does, you have like 4 different modes. So maybe I already have this. Okay, well, let's go back here. I think I'm trying to figure out. I want to figure out what the community thinks about what is like the best under sub $100 items, and this is kind of a starting point. And you are all welcome to chime in and argue with each other or argue with me about why things are on here. But this is my starting point for all of this. I think these are good choices here. King Grinder K0, okay? This is on sale right now. Here, let's add a price category here. This is on sale right now for $34. That is a starting point on here. Okay, we have Cafec filters. We'll add it on here. Cafec filters under sub 100 choice. I like that. I think for tonight, for tonight, I'll probably stream for like an hour because I have work tomorrow, so I'll go to sleep in an hour. But we can justify each of these things and see what you all think. And then maybe tomorrow we'll do 500, 1,000 plus, so on and so forth. Because there are some really great valued items in all of these different categories, and also products that are not so good valued. Okay, King Grinder K0. It's $34. It's a good choice. You know, it's $34 on sale. Not bad. My understanding of the K0 is that it's like literally the bare minimum if you want to brew some of these nicer coffees. Like you can get one of these and you can push your brewing methods to the max and actually accomplish pretty good tasting results. I've actually never used a K0 before, but somebody told me to put this on the list. So we will put the K0 on the list because it is $34. And I think for $34, like how much is a Hario Skirtin? $30 for a Skirtin. You could pay $4 more and get a King Grinder K0. That is very interesting. The Mischief M40 is also, you know what? I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him here. The M40, I don't have one here right now. The M40 is actually really good. It provides a way clearer cup than you would expect. Hario Drip Assist. A Waitman and Neoway are what? There's like $15. This is like $5. 3D printed WDT tool. That is like very high value. So King Grinder K0, $34. It's legit. The M40, so I actually never A/B'd the M40 next to another German grinder because both of them say they're made in Germany. But what I'll say is that the German grinder, one of those German grinders, performed a lot better than the $90 shipped price tag. And you can now get it in pink, and you can upgrade it, and you can do so many different things with that M40. Cafec filters, I definitely think darks are good, or the medium darks T90. Well, actually, just like all of them are pretty fantastic for the money. You should just pony up and spend the $5 to $7 depending on which Cafec filter you like. I think they're just significantly more forgiving than most of the Hario paper filters. Like the T90s here that I use. These are glorious. You can't really stall these. Somebody actually asked me the other day, or actually just earlier today, is why would I use dark over light? It's very counterintuitive, okay? Cafec filters are, they're light roast paper filters. I don't have them here because I don't use them anymore. Is the light roast paper filters are, they're slow flow. They clog. They are, they're thick. These medium darks, very porous, probably can't really see it here. Flow rate is very, very fast, so you can actually grind quite fine. I would say Cafec, yeah, the regular Abacas are also nice as well. I've actually been really enjoying Abaca Plus. I would say Abaca Plus, I think, is slightly slower than T90s, but they're cheap and they're really good. Yeah, Abacas are dirt cheap. They're great. So basically you have kind of counterintuitive methods of making coffee. Okay, you can. Yes, this is a stream. We are going to stream this because this is prime cinema, the content for you all. So Cafec Dark or medium dark T90 versus T92, I think is the light one. Light flows very, very slow, and it's more of like an immersion brew. But because it flows really slow, you have a lot of control, or it's like you have kind of the same style of control of like if you were to do a long immersion brew. You know, we're talking like an 8 to 10 minute long brew. That's how slow they are. I don't like that method as much because it's like, why don't I just brew AeroPress at that point, or now use something like the Next Level Pulsar? This is a lot more fun because I can adapt a lot more brewing styles. I can do like grind really, really fine, grind really, really coarse, and I can do various wet WDT. I can also grind very fine methods or go coarse, and it's all good. Okay, so we all like Cafec. Mischief M40. Okay, we'll keep it on here. Some of these, like, I'm okay with putting troll items on here too, like the Bripe or whatever, right? Like, theoretically, you can hit higher extractions on a Bripe than a lot of other brewers. All right, let's see what else. Gabby Brewer. I will also put that on here. So I haven't actually had a chance to use the A or B too much. Actually, the kind of thing I'm playing around with right now is the Mellow Drip. Actually, Mellow Drip is I'll drop the Mellow Drip on here too. This is the Lift Assist here. And this is pretty fun. I'm still playing around with it. Obviously, like, everything here makes a lot of just fantastic coffee. Let's see. Hey, we will get there. Okay, we're starting with under $100. Okay, under $100. You can't. We're not at super jolly and SSP MP territory yet. That's a little more expensive. Same thing with the Pietro Daiso stuff we leave behind. Yes, that's oh, for, you know, people have asked me about this here. This is from Daiso. So you basically put your beans in here, and then I can dose into many of my grinders with this. I think this is $2. Hario Mugen. Okay, okay, fine. Plastic V60, Mugen. Do we like Kalitas? I think the Kalita's kind of expensive. Like, what is the price of a Kalita now? Like, how much is a Kalita Wave? I honestly haven't used a Kalita Wave in a long time. Can you even buy it from Amazon? $44. Holy sh! 185 is $38. Wow. It really do be like that. Switch, okay. I think the Switch is legit. Like, what else are you guys using? Okay, I'm gonna go down this list here and I'll justify each of these. Okay, Ode Gen 2 burrs are like what? How much are these? They're like $80. These are probably some of the best burrs you can buy in 64 millimeter for the money. They really taste like they're like $200 something, $300 burrs. They're fantastic. They give you, they're high. You can extract, you can push them. Obviously, we're talking filter here. You can do espresso with them on some grinders, but they provide you a super, super tasty cup. We're talking insanely forgiving, nice rounding, nice acidity presentation. Like, you can get some of that juice in there, but the experience of using them is like you tasting coffee off of Ode Gen 2 burrs, and it's honestly like, you're like, wow, I cannot believe that these are $80. In the same light, we can talk about, let's do sub 50. Okay, this is a good point. Let's separate it out into sub 50 and sub 100. And I don't have an actual mouse with me here, so I have to use this terrible trackpad that's on this laptop here. All right, I agree with this. Sub $50. See, the chat is helpful. Okay. These are all Sub 50, I think. See my beautiful spreadsheet work. Say one bag sub, I think, is also sub 50. Okay. We probably could even do like sub $15. AeroPress with Prismo, Timor B75. Okay, yeah. Christmas, this is a Christmas shopping guide now. Timor B75. This is, okay, here we go. Yeah, Timor B75. This is like, I think $13, depending on where you buy it from. A computer mouse. Yeah, my computer mouse situation is my mouse is plugged into my monitor that I dock stuff into. So, you know, we don't have a mouse here, which is quite unfortunate. Because I'm actually at where I film my YouTube videos, which is in a living room at a... This is actually a desk, if you were very curious. So we are doing work. We're doing work on a desk here. I cannot believe there are actually people watching this right now. But anyway, let's see. I think this one, how much is a Normcore V4 now? Normcore V4. I'm just gonna use Amazon pricing because I have this open right now. $50, wow. That's pretty good. Okay, I guess we can technically fit this in here. Tamper V4. I think I have a V4 somewhere around here. I don't even know anymore. And I guess like, okay, here, we can do even under $25 at this point, because that is under 25. Under 25. I think the, let's see, what actually fits into under 25? I no longer do, okay. I don't even remember. I don't use a lot of things. I use this, and this makes me happy. The normal dose. I think a V60. How much is a V60 now? V60 should be like $7, right? What? Oh wait, that's ceramic. Okay, plastic. We have to clarify. $10. Okay, plastic V60. There you go. Okay, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack for. I was like $20 for a plastic V60. Yeah, DGen stream. Yes, this is what I could be doing other things right now, or I would be doing this anyway, but I just wouldn't be streaming it. So I might as well stream it and you know, put it out there. And now I have the help of you fellow chat in here. 3D printed tool, basically like we want it, it's the, or I guess we need to do the Appa makes one, but $8. This is some value here. $7.99 with the business card in the 9-prong form. And you can obviously get it with the stand, and you can do all these different things. But yeah, we're talking $8 for WDT. So this is $9. And you say this is J Kim Makes. I just like that after he came out with this, you see so many people do the same pattern now, finally. Especially like, you know, making it out of plastic or wood or whatever. I think the Waitman also still falls under this category. Waitman, Neoway. I think we can also say Search Peen. Search Peen. The Search Peen scale. I love that. It just doesn't. It doesn't even. It doesn't show up. Maybe it's banned. I don't know why that did not show up there. RDT spray bottle. Okay, that's the legit. That's legit. RDT spray bottle. I actually like the. Oh, and on the same thing, we can talk about like these things. The jars. Those ones are really good. Now a Christmas shopping list. RDT spray bottle, under 25 bucks. Bean tubes also I think are a good choice. Like I actually have a few of these. These people have just come over and given these to me. So like it's like these guys are pretty good. They're definitely not as nice as the Weber ones because they don't feel like as secure for single dosing, but you know, they work. Search PEAN. I think they emailed me once too, and then I just like, I think it went to spam. A lot of these like companies reach out and I have no idea. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna say search peen scale. They all do kind of the same thing here. Like this is a Weightman. This Weightman has really gone through a lot. I've used this for 2 years now. It's gone with me everywhere. Whenever I travel, I kind of bring one of these guys around. I also abuse this like crazy. Like look at how messed up this thing's messed up. Look at that. It's basically has the same indent as the drip tray on here. RDT spray bottles. Yeah, $2 from Muji. It's like this. It's like $2. I don't know. It's probably like $5 somewhere. Bean tubes. Funnel, magnetic funnel. Now you can find magnetic funnels for very cheap. Like this. The greatest product of all time. Right here. There it is. Yes, I like S-Works. Yes, I love Sheldon's products, but MH3 Bomber, man, is too good. It is too good for the money. This thing, I've used this for 3 years straight. Works fantastic. Yes, because you are the bomber. I think we can do another video, or we'll do like a video. I have this idea where I was like, I just need to rank the ridiculousness of MHW3 Bombers marketing. You are the bomber. It is the most ridiculous stuff you will ever see. If you guys want to get a kick out of something, go to their Instagram and just look at what they are doing. They need to be stopped. It is. They should not be allowed to get away with this. But yeah, MHW3 Bomber. It's too good. I bought this stuff from AliExpress. The picture's really nice also. But I bought their stuff from AliExpress years ago. And, you know, that's why you can end up getting scales like this. With the bomber logo. It's too good. Okay, at this point we're listing like, you know, just normal products, okay? I think we can delete some stuff off this list here, okay? I want like legit products, okay? Like not like things that we you know, you would assume you would already have. Like there are just some things that 100% punch above their weight. Like cool stuff like the I don't know, this Neo way or whatever. Okay, never mind. I take that back. But I mean things like this King Grinder K0, you know, is $34. This is an insane steal. Neat glasses. Okay, I actually do agree with this. I think the Neat glasses, which are in my kitchen, would make fantastic gifts. They are actually insanely good deal for. It's just like, what is your enjoyment of coffee worth when you can unlock a lot of just like the flavors of your brew? Unlock more, so you know it all comes from aromatics. When you can unlock that with a cup, it's pretty legit. Oh, okay. How much is an I was gonna list the AeroPress under $25, but I think the price increased. Cause like I have a few AeroPresses here, and I think they might like this one is now much more expensive, right? They increased the price of this recently. $40. What the? Wow. Isn't this $40 too? How much are these now? $40. Wow. See, I bought this April 2021. $40. Wow. Okay, I'll like put these. I guess we'll put the Prismo here, because the Prismo should still be under $25. AeroPress here. I think the clear. How much is an AeroPress clear? Wow. $50. Dang. Okay. Wow. Prismo is exactly $25. Okay. Dude, I swear the AeroPress was under 20. I swear the AeroPress was $20. Am I insane? Yeah, and you can probably go to Goodwill and find your AeroPress. Origami Air S. Okay, eventually we can categorize all of these. I would still say, though, you can't really beat a normal plastic V60, even though I have an Air S somewhere around here, but the Air S is pretty, and you can use all of these different filters in there. Is that significantly different or better than a V60? That's hard. That's hard, man. V60 is like, okay, eventually we gotta put some rankings on this too. Okay, we're starting the list, and then we gotta put the ranks, right? We gotta tier list it out, right? We gotta be like, you know, what is an S tier choice? So, right, like this is an S tier in my opinion. S tier. Same thing with this. And we can assign, I think like across the next few days, I'll probably stream like most of these nights, is we can assign like, you know, we can say like, these are all generally good, and then we can start assigning letter ranks, right? Like S rank, I think these are like definitely up there. Third, okay, we can put third wave water here. Prismo is exactly 25. Neat glasses are also around 25. I think this is an S tier right now. AeroPress has, like, I'm not sure anymore. I think the price has gone up too much. $50 for an AeroPress. What happened? Airscape canister? Is that a best value product here? let's see. All right, I'll put the Airscape on here. Airscape, Atmos. I've honestly, I have not used these in a long time. Like I got this guy here. I actually really love the color of the Airscape. Look at that, it's beautiful. And in here, you see it literally has dust on it. What do I have in here? Let's see. Very old. But it's cool. That's what I've kept in here. Shoutouts to Bellwether. I actually have a sleeper pick. These are they're somewhere around here. Forgot about this. These are the indestructible carafes. I don't want to take a deep whiff of that. That's like, you know, it's old Guatemalan coffee. It was actually really enjoyable 5 months ago. But yeah, let me see. Let me go grab one of these. Where are these? Okay. These are legit. All right. It's the Strawn or Akebono or something carafe. It's indestructible. It's made of, where is that? Triton. So you can I'm gonna move my laptop out of the way for demonstration purposes. Whoa, you can do stuff like that and it's completely fine. If I did that to this carafe, that would have been really bad. And I have actually, I think, broken a carafe or two on stream. I don't remember, but you can do that with these. And they're fantastic. They come with this lid here, so you can keep things warm. Kind of like those Kalita servers, but you can throw these across the room, and they're great. So I'd highly recommend these. I'm gonna add this on the list. I think they're under $50 though, because you have to buy them from Japan. It's like what is? Okay, there is also the flow control. Okay, yeah. So this. Do I add the flow control on there? Like, have you guys tried the flow control yet? Like we have two of the same things right here. Flow control and Prismo. Yes, you can finally throw your craft at your friends. This, by the way, is so, whoa, I just realized this is so much heavier. The clear. It's like the plunger part is way heavier than this. And I'm just gonna throw things around. Wow. But yeah, actually real quick. Do we think the Prismo is A? What do we rank the Prismo at? They're the same price. This is nicer user workflow. I think the workflow in this is nicer because you don't have to deal with the screen here. The screen, you gotta, like with this, with how I'm brewing anyway, and I think most of you guys are brewing, you have to use, you're gonna use a paper filter with this. Like most people, I think, are using paper filter regardless. Like you're doing those long brews and use the paper filter. We have seen people complain and say, hey, AeroPress AeroPress flow control leaks. But I think it is a tightening skill issue. I think people are not tightening these enough, and then you see the liquid kind of go along the edges. I don't know. I just use paper filter. I feel like most of you guys are using paper filters. It's like, are you gonna use? Do you guys use the metal screen? Is that a thing now? It's a better deal. Okay. It's a better deal than the flow control cap. The reason why I'm going to put both of these on here in this is because I think they work really well for whatever you're brewing, right? Like the fact is I think these perform basically the same. They just it's just like, this is a little more annoying to use because it has the metal mesh, but I actually have not ever gotten any leakage issues with this. I have gotten leakage issues with the clear or the flow control cap, but the flow control cap workflow is a little bit nicer. But I can see that I think I use both because Lord Gagne told me to. Yes, I do agree the lock-in is not as good. So these are both, what, $25, right? Okay. I'm going to put I think that Prismo is like an A tier product. Like it is really good because you can like, basically you can give this to most people and they can brew. Oh, we're mixing things up. You can give this to most people and all you have to do is put coffee in here and pour water into here and you will get good resulting coffee. And then, it's just like kind of a no-brainer. But I do have to say that I think the Prismo is a little bit more flexible in what you can do. Also, it doesn't require you to tighten as hard as the flow control. The flow control is nice. Ooh, okay. S tier products should be stuff that can be used across filter espresso in various products, though. Okay. How about maybe we can separate it out where we rank them based on value. Like we can do a value ranking and then like a product ranking. How about that? Like for the money, like what you're getting. Or maybe performance. I don't know if I'm clear about that. Or maybe we can do a general just ranking. Like what does chat think about this? Right? What do we think about this? Okay. If it's something that you can use across, then it's probably going to be like grinders and scales and stuff. So maybe we'll do it that way. It's like maybe you don't want to drink pour over. Like A tier, then we drop all these to like A. Or actually S tier for WT because you can use it across the board. S tier, I think, is a Waitman. Like the Waitman is way too good. These are kind of like meh. I think I just like, I'll drop these to A. I'll drop the AP to B. We can do our rankings afterwards too. And we're going to change the rankings as well. Most of the things here, though, are probably going to be high ranked anyway because we're talking about high tiered products. Like I think the lowest tiered thing I can see on this right now would probably be like the Airscape and Atmos, where I'd be like, I don't know. Same thing with like these. Oh God. Same thing with like some of the drip assist, like the shower screen types of stuff, where I could be like, it's like a C tier product, It's like it's not like that interesting. The AeroPress XL and Carafe, I have not tried it yet. How about nice to have versus nice to have versus must have? Okay, I'll do it this way. I will give it. We'll figure this out here. Okay, will be nice to have / must have. This is. I think this is a must have. Some of these are like, I think most people who are going to get anywhere into this hobby is you're probably going to have most of these things anyway, especially if it's $9, right? You're probably going to have a V60 for this. I think a Prismo is a must-have. AP flow control, nice to have. To have. Prismo, must-have. I think this is a must-have. I think these are nice-to-haves. Nice to have. RDT spray bottle is also nice to have because you can just take a spoon and put some water on. Like, I wouldn't say this is like you need to have it, right? Like compare it. Okay, this is $2. So, well, the Muji one is $2. So, how does that? It's like when you're comparing a $2 item, it is nice to have versus a 3D print WD tool. Like, I think I'm more compelled to pick the WDT tool versus versus a spray bottle. Like, I don't know. They're both really good. These are like C tier. I'm like, yeah. I honestly think the Neat glasses are an S tier product. Someone can argue with me about that. Oh, and I got to make sure you guys can see this. The Time More fish. We will get there. We will get there. It is too expensive for our price categories here. I think Third Wave Water is nice to have. It's very convenient. I think it's an A tier product. These, and the only reason why I say this is because I think right now the formula is a little too aggressive. I think Third Wave Water is like, what, $20? How much is Third Wave Water now? I use Third Wave Water for, okay, here we go. I use I cannot talk. I use TWW a lot for whenever I'm running events, whenever I need something that is ridiculously convenient. However, I actually dilute it 1 to 3. And a big reason why I dilute it 1 to 3 is because it is very, very hard. So it does provide very low acidity, very smooth cups for a lot of different coffees. But the type of coffee I like, I want some more juice. I want some more interesting stuff in it. And I need to dilute it 1 to 3 with distilled water, and that makes it a little more interesting for me. But it is ridiculously convenient. I just don't think like you can beat something like the 3D printed WT tool for the rankings here. Maybe A+. Let's give it A+. A+ ranking. Prismo, I think it's A because like you still can achieve very high extractions with just a normal AeroPress. Neat glasses, S tier. Bean tubes, like, I think these are like, what, $10? $15. Nice to have. RDT spray bottle, A tier product. I think it was like, what, $20. Okay. And then what I can do this. Let me freeze this top row here. Lily Drip. Honestly, I've never used a Lily Drip. I don't know. I don't have many opinions on a Lily Drip right now. PPM meter, I guess. I think a PPM meter, like the stuff that you test water with, is that really something that I don't know, like TDS tester? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Well, we'll put it on here. I'll come out and fill stuff out later. Lily Drip, I have not tested it enough. I don't even know. I don't know what I honestly don't know what it does yet. I think what it does is it slows down the flow rate of your V60. But nowadays, I feel like you can accomplish something with Wet WDT. So that is why WDT Tool here will be an S tier product. Maybe S plus is because you can use it for espresso and you can use it for your pour over. And it is a must have. Same thing with the $15 Neoway scale is like literally these three things here at the top is legit. It's the good stuff. Increase it makes it more like a flat bottom hybrid. Yes, okay. I guess, I don't know if this is like, I don't have enough experience with the Lily Drip for me to actually say if it is good or not good. And I can't rank it. or like, I don't know what, like we can add it on here. Lily Drip. All right. I believe it is under $25. If I'm not mistaken here. So I think I'm pretty happy with this list of stuff that I've ranked here. Prices, I might be wrong on some of these prices, but like we're in that ballpark of like, this is a $5 item, a $10 item, a $15 item, or a $20 or $25 item. And some of them were like really pushing it. Of course, I'm not talking about anything. Yes, everything under $25 that doesn't suck. Yeah. Like, how much innovation can you actually get away with, right? For under $25, we're talking pieces of plastic. Something, right? Like, those types of things. And the fact is these are pieces of plastic here that really, really increase your enjoyment of coffee. And they do good stuff. I do have the B75 here. I did not add it in the right area. B75, I think, is like $15. How much is a B75 now? Yeah, it's like $15. Okay, I actually do think the B75 is an S tier product. Well, A. I have to put A now because if our V60 is A tier, this is basically the same thing in terms of how good it is, you know, dollar to performance to like what does this accomplish for you. But it's a flat bottom and it's a piece of plastic. I think I will also put, I think honestly, I will put like, you know, okay, fine. We'll put these must-haves. It's like you need to have these because they are literally like, if you want to experience that style of brew, like you like your conical dripper, you like your flat bottom dripper. Yeah, we're talking best value here. We're talking like we can probably rank things. Like when I say best value, I mean like probably price per dollar, like performance for $1. Like what do we think is really, really high performing for the cap of under $25? And I think right now, our highest performing thing of, at least how I feel, is WDT printed tool, 3D printed WDT tool. It's $10, $9. Performs fantastic. Same thing is, you know, so this is why I think this is an S tier product. S tier item here. And yes, I am stealing your idea, Caleb. You need to be a live streamer as well, and you can complain to people on the internet about your opinions on subjective things like how things taste. Okay. I also think that's the same thing with the scale, is you can use it across whatever brewing method you are using, and is ridiculously good for what it is. So these two are the standouts for me right now. S tier. Same thing with neat glasses. S tier. So far. You guys can argue with me about that. Let's now go over under $50. And then maybe if we have time, we'll do under 100. It is 11:30 p.m. right now, so I probably won't stream that much longer. You can buy the wet WDT tool, the Leaf, from the Waffle Espresso website. It's like I think they just put it up there. Bag of Epsom salt and baking soda and suspicious baggies. At what do you? Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. Also, feel free to ask me random questions while I do this. 2.2. Okay. 2.2. Honestly, the paper filter puncher is not that bad, but like, you know, when you can just go and buy pre-punched out paper filters now for $9, you know, I'm kind of like, for example, you know, we got, you just go to Good Brothers here. Our lovely friends, Brent and of Good Brothers, is like, you can just go and buy a paper filter that is already pre-punched for you. And at this point, it's like, these are already a hassle to do. You might as well just get pre-punched paper filters that I have somewhere here. I'll show those to you. You know, like these here, I'm gonna switch to the close camera. These save you so much time and hassle than getting the Chemex paper filters and punching them. However, this now does lead me to the question of the Alstroms. I do not remember how much Alstroms are. Alstrom paper filters. I don't even know if I'm looking at the right product listing. Is this the right product listing? Can somebody verify? I do actually, I think Alstroms are like like Sybaris basically is like, I don't know if we like them that much. It's like, I would say that within these, you know, very, like this type of product category of under $25, under $50 is like, you can then find the good stuff. Like you'll find the better version of whatever you are using, but it'll be, you know, you're not gonna get a lot of those paper filters. Same thing with like baskets and whatnot, is like we're really talking like we're scraping the last 1% of performance. Remove Lily Drip. Okay, we're deleting Lily Drip. Goodbye, Lily Drip. Do we think puck screens should be on here? Can you even find good puck screens now for under 25? Like, how much is the S-Works Design puck screen? That one's really good, by the way. I don't remember. You know, he does some expensive stuff, but they're all great. How much are these discs now? $15. Okay. I think this is an A-tier product here. $15 for this? Well, you know, shipping kills you. Yeah, well, we are not counting shipping here, okay? And the reason why I don't count shipping on some of these is because, like, there's gonna be someone who's gonna be living in the middle of nowhere, and you want to buy something, it's gonna cost you like double whatever you're buying. You know, whatever the MSRP of the product is. So it's gonna be hard to actually rank this. Okay, I will put this on here because I think this is a really good product. $20 for the 17.4 stainless steel. I think this when this came out, I feel like this really invalidated a lot of the normal mesh screens. I think it's an A tier. I think A plus is an A plus product. I'm gonna remove TDS meter. Hario Air Kettle. I think this is what, $15? Hario Air. Can you not buy this on Amazon? Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. 15 bucks. Okay. I also cannot spell apparently. Hario Air Kettle. $15. I think it's a B+ product. I think I've used it once or twice, and what I will say is that now, because we have stuff like this, we have the spoon technology. You know, you use whatever kettle you want. Use the spoon technology and wet WDT and do all of that. I'm not too sure. Like, I feel like people who would be looking at something like a Hario Air, if you're real strapped for the budget, you would just do this. You would just spoon WDT. You would wet WDT. You could probably accomplish more with that than the Hario Air. Don't know. That's my opinion. So I don't really think there's a big use case today for the Air, when I think very budget-minded people will just, you would use an AeroPress, you would spoon method your way to victory, and I don't know. Air, okay, we will delete the Air. Or maybe we should have kept some of these on. We just like rank them, right? You would just be like F tier. This is no good. Invalidated. Okay, this is invalidated because of the wet WDT meta. Thrift store spoon. Okay, we'll add stuff. Fine. Thrift store spoon. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Spoon. Spoon, honestly, I personally really like to use cupping spoons, and I probably have some laying around here, but I like cupping spoons because the cupping spoon all right, we'll put cupping spoon here. Fine, a cupping spoon. Must have, because one, you can, I think it's an S tier product. It's a piece of metal, it's a spoon. I think it is, where is this? Let's go to the website. Let's take a look here. Gotta look at the, all right, I cannot navigate this website for some reason. Okay, I think these are amazing. These are the ones that I use. I actually use, I think some, let's see. Yeah, okay. Dual purpose spoons. Is that nowadays you can actually, you can use it for cupping. You can then use it for wet WDT, and you then can use it for AeroPress agitation. So we got the technology. The spoon technology is too good to be ignored. Will I share the doc? Probably. This is gonna take us a few days. Okay, we're gonna come back and we're gonna stream probably a few more times, and we'll finalize this at some point in the future. Eating beans is free. Yeah, I think so as well. So yeah, Asterix. I think the Asterix Design puck screen is an A+ tier product. It is nice to have. It is not a must-have because if you don't. Well, actually, I had a thought. It's for those of you guys who are brewing flat bottom drippers, you could use the puck screen, depending on what size, depending on whatever dripper you're using. You could use that to improve the flow rate of your pour over. And that is how I could cope and say that the SWorks Design Puck screen could be an S tier. But I think it's A plus tier. Very, very high tiered product. I think we're going to have to adjust some of these rankings as time goes on. But I think let me do the $50 tier. Okay. King Grinder K0. Is there another grinder that I am not aware of that beats this for $34? And I will say you are allowed to link AliExpress products. Okay, we can look at Ali products. Okay, because there are things like the Turin H40. And then there's probably like the not Turin version of that. But I think of wildly available grinders. King Grinder K0, $34. I'll also put the Clever here, Clever Dripper. Because to me, this is an S tier product. Under $50, I don't think there's probably another grinder that is in this category, in this performance tier. But I could be wrong because I don't spend all my time on AliExpress. And honestly, every single like 2 weeks, there's a brand new C40 clone that comes out. And some of those C40 clones are now getting around that $40 mark. But the best C40 clone is under $100, not under $50. Could even be better than the real C40 because it is also made in Germany. Okay, I think this is an S tier product. AeroPress and AeroPress Clear now. Is quite unfortunate to now see that the AeroPress is $40 and or $50, if you want the clear version, as much as I love this and I think it's a fantastic product, I don't know if I can S tier it now. I think I could S tier it if it was $20. But when if most of people nowadays, you got to do a setup like this, right? You gotta do this, right? And it's like this now is what, $25 plus 40, $65 for this? Not sure. I'm not sure about that. And then $75 for this? Wow, I don't know. I don't know if I would pay $75 for this. At least, I don't know if I pay $75, $65 knowing that I got this for like $40 in total. AeroPress is still an S. Okay. I still think, though, an AeroPress will make literally the best coffee, like some of the best coffee out there. I do think, though, that the only thing that rivals this, and it does take a lot more effort, okay, is you do the crazy wet WDT stuff that Rohan does. So we'll take a look at here. So for those of you guys who have not seen this, please take a look at this blog post because it is awesome. So this is the only way that I think you do this, okay? I think this can rival the quality of coffee you can get out of an AeroPress for maybe $20 less. But it is way more effort. I think it's way more effort. Like this is still really good for no fuss, right? Is the $15 more, $20 more, worth your pain and suffering of messing up pouring water over something? Versus this, you just dump the water in here, you'll walk away, and it's gonna be good. So I think we can say S tier still for this. I will also give Cafec filters an S tier. I think this is a must-have. I think this is also a must-have. Cafec filters, I think, are nice to have because, let's think about like when we use these. Okay. I think when we use most of these is when you're a noob, when you're starting out, right? If I was a noob and I had and I knew that Cafec filters like the T90 existed when I was a noob, my life would be so much easier. Like knowing that T90s exists, right? And you can tell somebody who's like starting out, you just put T90s in your V60 and you will have a significantly easier time brewing than using Hario filters. And you're paying $1, $2 more for some of those filters, like the same pack. It's a no-brainer. It is like, I think it's an S tier product. At least some of the Cafec filters. Most of the Cafec filters are pretty great. The only ones that I think that behave very similarly to the like tabbed. I have tabs somewhere around here. Like these ones here. This style. These clog. I just have a terrible time. Like, you know, if you read all of these forum threads, like go to Reddit, go to the pour over subreddit and just cry. Just like there are people who are struggling so hard because of these the tabs, man. Yeah, this is F tier. You know, we'll put it on the list. It is F tier. Hario tabbed. Do not buy. F tier. F. It's terrible. You have a terrible time with these. Are they worse than Chemex filters? Oh, wait, I just put it on here. I did not show you guys there. I put it on here. Hario tabbed. F tier. These suck. Just buy Cafec. This is what justifies. I also have these in the wrong area. This is what justifies S tier Cafec filters. Okay, like what? Just like why would you use Hario tabbed when Cafec T90 exists? That is my opinion. The T90s would definitely be better. Abaca's flow slower, and I think Abaca Plus flow even slower than Abaca. You're using a high fine, you know, if you have high fines coffee, high fines grinder, just use T90s. It's cheat codes. T90s are cheat codes. But yeah, these are amazing. Yeah, Hario tabbed. Yeah, man, Hario tabbed. This is still from 3 years ago. This tabbed filter. I'm finally getting through them. And I have a bunch of these tab filters because they came with the Pepe V60. But yeah, they suck, man. I just like, I don't like them. Yeah, I'm just like, when you have T90s, you just will be better. You will feel much better when you make coffee because you will be like, wow, it's not stalling. And the second all your cups are gonna taste better. You can brew a lot of different types of coffee on it with so many different methodologies, right? Like, I don't have to worry about I'm agitating too much or I'm pouring too fast or whatever. I can just use T90s and call it a day. So I like T90s. I do like Abaca though for some coffees, but I kind of am now in the mentality of just give me the fastest flow because all I do is just wet WDT. Especially in something like a conical dripper. Yes, I think the tabbed ones work fine for espresso paper filters, but like, I just think that, yeah, I don't know, as F tier. Any difference between bagged and boxed T9? Oh my, I'm getting trolled here, man. Okay. So, yeah, Luckily, with the Cafex stuff, you will not run into Kalita wave hell, where, you know, I was at Specialty Coffee Expo, and I asked the guy, okay, I was gonna make a video on this Kalita wave conspiracy. Okay, there's some conspiracies going on about these guys. Is that boxed and bagged Kalitas flow differently, okay? This is something that many people in the community are very divisive of does the paper filter flow faster or worse because it comes out of a bag versus the box? And I asked the guy, the Kalita guy who's from Japan, I was like, this is what these nerds on the internet are complaining about. And I have experienced this where I think the box ones are better. They flow faster than the bagged ones. I think that, oh my God, yeah. I think the box ones are better. And I asked the guy, and he said, no, they are the same. They have this big paper roll, and they cut it, and they make the wave filters, and it is the same. That ships in the bagged and the boxed, and it's from Japan. And they have one factory, I think, or it's from one place. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting trolled. Am I getting trolled here? Because I swear, there are like many of you guys who have the same opinion. See, it is some conspiracy theory stuff here, man. Are they the same? Does something happen when they put it into the bag versus the box? Like, you can get it in the plastic bag like this, or it comes in the one with the wrap that is more of like, I don't have them here, but it's like, I don't know anymore, man. I'm getting trolled. There's some conspiracy stuff happening here. In 2-3 years I've been serious about coffee, I've chosen to remain blissfully ignorant of Kalita filters. Yeah, Kalita filters are a little goofy. This is why I actually prefer two other ones. I think I really like the April paper filters, but they are bad value because they're very hard to buy. But I think they flow much more consistently. Like, you don't run into Kalita wave paper filter RNG, right? You don't, it's like, I swear there's massive batch to batch variances on flow rate with Kalita filters. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe all of this, all these guys on the internet, we don't know. We don't know anymore. We don't know. It is a conspiracy theory, man. Bust out the microscope. Someone smarter than me who has the time, buy both of them. I'll buy them for you. Confirm this if I am crazy, if all of us on the internet are crazy. But hey, man, I'm telling you what I heard, okay? I put plastic bagged Kalita filters into my April box. That's illegal. Dude, Patrick Rolfe is gonna go after you. But yeah, I really like April filters. I think they're amazing. It's like, you got to get into a group buy whenever you're buying them. Like, you have to find your friends and do like a big order of those. And then it makes the shipping price worth it for April filters. If you don't want to buy April filters, another one that I think is worthwhile trying is actually Timemore. Timemore, you have to dig on AliExpress for them, but the Timemore wave filters, Harry handed me a bunch of these. He shows up in the stream and the videos. I think some of these are Timemore, but the Timemore ones, I was given about like 50 of them, and I used the Timemore ones, and I was like, wow, these are flowing much more consistently than the normal Kalita wave filters. Yeah, okay. Even in Europe, it's not worth it. Dang. Everyone. Okay, I guess we could put the negotiate on here too. It's hard to rank. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll put Negotiator. I think Negotiator is good here. Every 1 in 7 Kalita filters will take your lunch money. You know, it is. It's the facts, man. Imagine you use a premium coffee through a Kalita filter and you get screwed. You're gonna get, it's just like you're throwing your dollars away. Sometimes you're literally throwing your dollars away if you're brewing like very expensive coffee. When I was at a meetup, I was brewing on April and I had an April filter and it was very lucky. But that was a coffee that was $1 per gram, like retail, $1 per gram. It's like I could just throw my $12 right there. Kalita taking my money. I have not tried the F70 filters yet. Yeah, it's getting late. Thanks for everyone for hanging out here. I'm probably going to wrap up in a little bit as well, and we'll come back, and I'll probably stream a little earlier. It's just I happened to be working on some other stuff, and I was like, I feel like making a list, and we'll keep making the list, and we'll keep iterating. We'll probably re-rank this as time goes on. I have not tried MHW3 bombers. Let's just put everything on a list here, and then we will go and clean up the list as time goes on, and also throughout probably the next few days if we stream everything. Negotiator, I'm going to put on here. I think these are all things that are still under 25. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around everywhere on like the pricing. Are Pullman? Is the Pullman basket still under? How much is a Pullman basket? 28. Dang. Oh, no, that's E and B. Okay. By the way, the IMS curved are not good. I don't like them. Can you? Maybe you can't buy Pullman from Amazon. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. Pullman basket. I feel like you can find them used for a little. They don't sell them on Amazon. Okay, makes sense. How much is a Pullman basket? The 876. Ooh, $22. That is an A tier product for me. So we will get to Mischief stuff later. I don't know how much they are right now. I think they're like 30. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna finish my under 25 list first. And I gotta fix this spreadsheet. And I guess I will make this publicly available at a later date once we have ranked everything. And there's just so much stuff. I think I should have listed more stuff here. I think, okay, because I do think I want to have like, you know, an F to S tier ranking, and I don't like that. I think everything here, we need to also put like okay products on here. Like some of these are just like very generic, right? Like bean tubes, funnels. Negotiator, I think it's like free $0 if it's like free if you have a friend who has a 3D printer, 0 to I think like 15 depending on how you want to do this, because you can print a Negotiator yourself. I think a Negotiator is an A tier product because it is quite specific to the Aurea. So if you don't have an Aurea, you don't really use a Negotiator. I guess like you can use a Negotiator on Kalita Wave, but it works really well with the Aurea. Yes, the Prismo is $25. It is, I think, is A tier. There are refractometers in every price bracket. Brix meter. I don't know. I don't know about this one. The ones that you look through, I just can't like trust the accuracy. I think it's cool, but I also feel like you might as well not use it at that point. Like if it's not accurate in the first place, does it make sense for you to even use it, right? Like I don't know. You might as well like save your dollars for buying a bag of coffee or something like that. We will add things onto the list later on. Like we will eventually get to the $1 to $3 grand range. So this is kind of like I'll just put it like $1,000 plus category. Is like I think this can be this community ranked list, and we will see. And maybe not necessarily best valued products anymore. Well, we will assign like a value ranking, right? Like a general ranking, and then like we can then discuss value a little bit more on each of these. I'm still kind of figuring out, like definitely with input from you guys, on the best ways to actually rank this, right? Like we can rank performance, we can rank value, we can rank, performance / usefulness, I guess, stuff like that. And I think that would be fun. Yeah, like for filter, if you use the Brix, it's not gonna be. I don't think it's accurate enough at that. Hario tabbed is F because they suck. Yeah. I think just there is no reason to buy Hario tab filters when Cafec anything exists, okay? Just do yourself a favor. If you have any frustrations with ever brewing pour over, just look at what paper filter you're using. If you're using a Hario tab, that might be the answer why. Or maybe you're just terrible at pouring water over something. That could also be the answer. But what I will say is that if you go and get most of those Cafec filters, with the exception of the Cafec Light, you will have a much better time brewing coffee. And I don't think that is a bad take. I think that is like a pretty legit take. These suck. S tier, Cafec filters, S tier. They're great. Okay. I'm gonna do a few more and then I'm gonna wrap up because it's little past midnight. Kono filters are also great. Kono filters, the Maimon filters in 01 are actually quite similar to the T90 Dark. I don't know why I'm spending so much time talking about T90 Dark. But yeah, in that GoPro video I made the other day, I guess I put it up earlier today, is I use the T90 Dark because the T90 and T90 Dark are really good. We will also rank coffee. I was getting there. I had the Say one bag sub on here. I think the price went up though. But the Say one bag sub was like the greatest thing. $24. Oh man. All right, I'm throwing it on there. Say one bag sub, $24, S tier. I'm a big Say fan, so I could be called Say's #1 fan. Hopefully, I don't know. I think there are people crazier than me. But I think the Say one bag sub is an S tier. I'll do a few more coffee ones, and then I think I'll just wrap up because it's late and I have work tomorrow. I have a lot of meetings. I'm gonna throw a few other ones on here. I think the Say one bag sub, like eventually, I think we can also add like a category on what type of product it is. So we'll have like a type here as well, or I'll just do it up here. So then like eventually if I put this out there, you guys can just sort by the spreadsheet and you can see stuff. Okay, Say one bag sub, I think is an S tier valued product. It's just like, you get a very amazing coffee. Also, where is this? I got some good ones. One sec. I'm gonna expose some things. I'm gonna show you all the good stuff. The old site. Oh, I love the old site. So, S&W Craft Roasting. Oh, I cannot believe they got rid of this website. Well, they changed it to this one. So, as you see here, swroasting.coffee, across whatever roasting style you like say you like darker roast, they got coffee for that. And for those of you who want the juice, you want the light roast, you want the good stuff, these guys got it. And well, let's take a look at the prices. Oh my God! Look at these prices. Look at these prices. The Bripe is like maybe not an. I don't know. Okay, fine. I don't know if I can like rank the Bripe. Bripe is fun, but I gotta put S&W bags. S&W bags are definitely S tiered for value. It's just like, look at this. By the way, okay, I actually dislike that. I'm not a fan, or not my preference. I'm not a Brazil Deterra Masterpiece. Deterra stuff is not to my preference. I am allergic to tree nuts, and a lot of these Brazils, I still pick up nuts. However, this one here, I actually have had a few bags of this, and I thought it was quite nice, but it's $11.85. And this is 300 grams, by the way, okay? 12 bucks, 11 grams, or 12 bucks for 300 grams. It's a pretty good deal. It's pretty good stuff. Not 20 gram bags. It's good. Very good value. If you're looking for somebody to gift coffee, if they're maybe entering the hobby and they want to find a very good value, like a lot of people will come and say like, how do I enjoy these higher quality coffees without spending a lot of money, right? Personally, I feel like you should spend more money on coffee. I don't think this is a controversial statement to say, I think people should spend more money on coffee. But for those of you value-minded folks, if you want to enjoy the good stuff, this is a fantastic option. S&W is great. Again, so we're looking at the lighter roasting origin stuff. If you do want other things, say, you don't want to be drinking battery acid, you can get the nuts. The nuts is a much better, much better for that. It's a medium roast. It's not crazy dark though, but this is a crowd pleaser coffee here. The nuts. You can't go wrong with this. And that is what I will say. Like S&W bags, S tier coffee. I have not found anyone else that does something of this quality, of this caliber for the money, and also hangs out in the community. Okay, these guys are also crazy nerds. So that is what I can recommend is S&W. Good stuff. And if you want to, really enjoy the other coffee, right? I would say Say is also a great choice. In fact, getting Say and S&W, you can have a great time. When is the next Coffee Nerds Touch Grass? Sometime. Harry and I need to go and visit some cafes soon. I'm trying to like also change some of my like vlogging setup and whatever. Like I have like a Vegas video, a LA video, and like a New York video that I've recorded that I have just not gotten around to edit. I don't like I just have not had it's a lot of footage to get through. And I'm kind of just like, oh man, my eyes melt when I try to edit some of that footage. But yeah, there are going to be some of the more of those casual style videos coming out at some point. Thoughts on best EU roasters? There are a lot of them. They're all great. So April can be a hit or miss for some folks. I really like April because April, if you brew the coffee the way that they brew it and you kind of dip your toes a little bit into like the way they want to talk about coffee. Here, I'll do this. I'll stay on for like 15 more minutes and then I gotta go to sleep. April, if you kind of, subscribe to the way they like coffee, the way they enjoy things and whatnot, I think it is a very unique style. It is very interesting to brew the coffee the way they brew, on their April dripper, to enjoy the coffees they enjoy. It's a very interesting style. Like, it is lower extraction, I feel. But they like, how would I describe April? Like clear, clean, comfortable, not comfort, like comfort coffee, but just like, this is really elegant. It's like very elegant. So it's very interesting because you are like, you're not like pushing extractions like you would on something like Say. So it's kind of interesting. But recently I've also, again, or not recently, but I've like really been enjoying Manhattan. I've also been enjoying something like Café Circular. This is kind of a meme coffee though. This is Big O from, it's a Wash Kenyan that like, okay, Café Circular, they're roasting. I like it. I like the coffees. I like it a lot. I like what they do. I actually like what most of these guys in EU are doing. Like these European roasters, the Nordic stuff. I like what most of them are doing. I think they're great. The interesting thing is the branding, the philosophies, the styles are all quite interesting. And it's fun. It's fun to, like, as an enthusiast, it's fun to like subscribe to some of this stuff and like, try to like taste coffee the way that they taste. And Café Circular is really interesting because I love their roasting. I love their coffees, but the branding is a hit or miss, I think. Well, mainly I look at it as a consumer. Like, I don't really, like, yes, I understand they have a philosophy and whatever, but like, I look at this and I am like, what do these mean? What the, like, acronyms? Like, there's so much. I also don't know if this is reversed, by the way. It could be reversed on what the camera's showing, but it's like they got the letters and I don't know anymore. Like, you have to like understand their acronyms and it's confusing. I do like that they actually list all the very specific things like, oh, this is what you're going to taste in the aroma, flavor, aftertaste, acidity, body balance. But it is an overwhelming amount of information. So, but I like their coffee. I also enjoy DAC a lot. DAC to me is like Manhattan is crazy. They do crazy stuff. Diego Bermudez stuff is great, but I think DAC is just a little crazier. Like, think about DAC Candy Crush. That is a wild coffee. I also had DAC Golden Waffle, which was also really great, and they were crazy. It's really, really crazy coffee. Oh yes, Bots Conquana. This is great. Bots to me is the juice. It is a little more developed than something like Say, but it is so juicy and it's clean. This to me, literally, like these notes are correct. Like I get this peach. It's like grilled peaches basically. This on iced coffee was lovely. Picky Chemist, I have not yet tried. I haven't tried his coffee yet. Some of my local friends are going to give me some of it. Some other like super rare ones is Heck. I have a box somewhere. All right, you guys want some unobtainium here? Yeah. Heck, very unknown or more known now by Lewis. Hello, Lewis, if you ever see this. But yeah, that's some good stuff there too. But yeah, DAC has just a lot of very polarizing coffees. And to me, that is what's fun, right? That is what's interesting about DAC is like, you can give DAC to a normal guy, okay? You know, they don't know anything about coffee. They don't need to know anything about coffee. And they can taste a DAC coffee and they can be like, that is crazy. And I like that a lot about coffees is to be able to actually like present things like that to people, to normal people, and say, look, this is what coffee can be. And that is why I think DAC is doing some cool stuff. Yeah, DAC Candy Crush is crazy. Kawa has also done, I have had a few Kawa Diego Bermudez coffees, and they're also pretty good. But I haven't had a lot of Kawa for me to like comprehensively say, do I like Kawa or not? I will say I do like DAC, but DAC is definitely a hit or miss among some of you guys, you crazy enthusiasts, because a lot of people like clean wash coffees, right? So it's just like hard to, you know, if you don't want to embrace the dank, then you probably won't like DAC. Someone also asked me about, okay, here, I'm also going to add this. I'm going to add the dog bowl onto here. I have added the dog bowl. For Say, I rest Say around 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. I would say two you can get away with for some filter, but I think a lot of the Say coffees really start shining around 3+ weeks. But it also depends on what you're trying to do and how you're brewing. Okay. Canadian roasters. Actually, Tenkai in the chat has literally told you my answer, which is Moving. I had a COE coffee from, I think a Colombian COE coffee from Moving at Kumquat in LA, and I was very impressed. And yeah, so I think Moving is good. Luna is always a treat. I haven't had Luna in a bit though. It's harder. It's like hard for me to get Luna, I guess. Or I just haven't like bought Luna in a bit. September is really good as well. It is fantastic to see Kyle do it. The man's has done it. He pulled it off. And now we have some amazing coffees from September. I'm also getting the September Pepe Hihan in the Wash Taxator, so I'm pretty excited for his roast of it. I'm gonna try to compare the September Pepe Hihan with the Apollon's Gold, and then also Bill or Hydrangea's Taxator as well. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. And then Monogram is also pretty good. I've had a few coffees from Monogram, and I'm not too familiar. Like I haven't had it as much as like Luna or Moving or September, but the few roasts I did try, actually at a local shop, which is Golden Goat in San Francisco. That's also where I have DAC. I've really enjoyed it. DAC has done some clean wash coffees. Yes, it's kind of like Manhattan, where when Manhattan does a wash coffee, or like when Say does a natural, you're like, whoa, it's got to be, it's like worthwhile trying. And I had, well, okay, I didn't really have like a true wash coffee from DAC. I had a little sus wash coffee. I had the cardamom washed from DAC, and it was really good. It was so sweet. It was actually insanely sweet. And because it was a wash coffee, when it really, really cooled down, it did not have as many of those crazy bitters that you might find in something like super co-fermented, naturally processed stuff. Is like when they really, really cool down, they kind of sometimes very, very they fall apart. But that cardamom wash did not fall apart, and it was one of the sweetest coffees I've had in a long while. You could taste that it was definitely, messed with somehow. They washed it with cardamom, but it was really good. And then like recently I tried Golden Waffle, and Golden Waffle straight up tasted like if you took waffles and you like Eggo waffles and you let them sit in maple syrup. That's like what Golden Waffles tasted like on Filter Brew. Yeah, Dayglow sometimes does carry Luna. Also Black Fox in New York also sometimes carries Luna. But it's been a while. The last time I had Luna was like in November. Best 64 millimeter burrs for medium roast, spro, and pour overs. Just get SSP Cast V2. I guess now there's a V3. Yeah, so that's the thing with Say is like it will totally like I think 14 days is still too short, and I think it will shine really, really around that 20 plus day mark. I wanted to say like, middle of second week or something, like when I get the bag in, I just kind of, set it aside. But yeah, like that 3 to 4 week is going to be really good with most Say. That's like even a month out. I've had some Say stuff that is 7 weeks out that I think that is when it started to shine. Yep, Pepe is coming back. I'm very excited. Oh man, okay, what's going on? How can I stop tasting ketchup in my Kenyan coffees? Maybe you should get Pepe Tioxinator washed instead. I did have, it's somewhere around here. It's the bag is done. It's gone because, oh, here it is. Around this, where this camera is, it's just all coffee. Impressive, Kenyan. This was the Gachatha from Timmy W. I did not get any tomato in this one. This was just such a clean wash Kenyan. Now I have no more of it. No more Timmy's. It's gone. But I bought this from Suited in New York City. Yeah, I haven't been to The Boy and the Bear and Regen yet. I have heard of those two shops, but I just haven't gone yet. The last time I went, I did go to Kumquat, Loquat, Dayglow, the usuals, of course, and those are great. Thoughts on the Oreo V4? Have not looked. Have not kept up. I haven't kept up. I've not kept up with anything. I'm so out of the loop on a lot of these things. I think one of my local friends, some of my friends I hang out with, did buy one, so I'll check it out. But I mainly brew on April and Oreo V3. So, I'm just like, haven't checked them out. SSP Cast over SSP MP. Okay, I'll stream for like a few more minutes. SSB Cast, we'll answer any random chat questions, and then we'll go and finish tomorrow. We will go and finish this, or we'll make some more progress on this list, and you will all be hopefully happier with what this is. But I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in. But let me wrap up some stuff, and I gotta go sleep. Okay. SSP cast over SSP MP. Okay, SSP cast I think is just comfortable. It works across the board regardless of like most coffees, whatever you're using. It's also much more forgiving versus MPs from in terms of transparency. Like MPs are very high clarity. MPs are also, in my opinion, very water dependent. If you have hard water, is not fun. One thing that a lot of people have experienced, and I've experienced, was like if you were brewing pour over on MPs, and I'm talking like if you bring MP pour over and you let the bed dry out, you would instantly hit astringency. Like you'd get these weird bitters and dryness in the cup. And I feel like 3 or 4 other people started to experience that, and they told me about it, and maybe I started experiencing it. I don't know if I'm crazy, but MPs are much less forgiving than cast. I would say that you would be happy with cast. Like, I just think MPs nowadays, I'm not as inclined to like MPs on pour over. I think MPs on espresso are fantastic, but MPs on pour I think are not. It's like you have to do these weird workarounds in brewing, right? You have to I feel like you have to go coarse and you have to do all this stuff, and like I don't know. I'm just like I'm not as interested in them as much. I have not cupped up with anything on the 83 millimeter side. So I don't know about the DF83 or the Duo. Just have not kept up because I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not interested. The Lab Suites can do espresso and pour over, but if you go to the Instagram, there's apparently a V3 now. The guy comes out with a new burr every single 6 months. So that I don't know. I don't know what the differences are between V2 and V3, but there's a V3, so keep track of V3. What about SPP burrs? I don't know if I want to talk about SPP, because if I talk about SPP, I feel like I won't be able to buy SPP. Well, for those of you, for how many of you guys are in here? Oh, there's like 50 of you guys in here. So SPP are cloned SSP burrs that are $80, and they are 98 flats, and they're great. They're actually more of that China style burr. Like a lot of the China burrs, like all are. It's like, think about Italian burrs, but instead of bringing chocolate in, predominantly chocolate in like your Idle Mills, China burrs bring in tea. So, I don't know. That's like the easiest way I can explain it. But SPP are very similar to like the Misen burrs, from my understanding. When you taste SPP, it's like you're tasting. You're like, there's no way this is from an $80 burr. It tastes like it's maybe because it's 98 millimeter, but it's $80, and you just. I'm like, I don't know where I should talk about this. Like, I don't know if I should talk about this outside of like whatever this random live stream is. But yeah, they're. I think they're coming back. They come in different colors. You can get them purple coated. But it was, I think the listing has probably changed on AliExpress. I don't even have the link for it anymore. But it creates a that blended style of, high tea. There's clarity, but when you take a sip of it, there's like that lag time. It's sweet, and then you get hit with the acidity. Then it goes right into like, nice long lingering finish, which is what you find in a lot of these Chinese burrs, and that's kind of what I think SPP does, and it's like just better than a lot of these 64 mil burrs. It's better than like it's just insane that it's $80. You didn't hear this from me. My skin looks amazing. Well, that. You can't see me too close up, but I am definitely stressed from a lot of different things. But then there's a slight softening filter on this lens, so it is not clinically sharp, and I don't look too disgusting. Also, we have like 2 lights here. We've upgraded the production quality of these live streams. Thoughts on the Pulsar? So I've had a Pulsar for a long while, and And actually, Lance Say has my Pulsar at the moment. Pulsar is great, man. It's really good. It's just, I think Pulsar just has a very steep learning curve. I think once you learn how Pulsar works in terms of steep time and bed depth, like I think the two kind of big challenges is how much coffee do I need to add into the Pulsar, and the second is how long should I steep. Because also I think this is is also gonna be a bit challenging too, because for a lot of people, this is gonna be probably the easiest way to reach very, very high extractions, even easier than something like an AeroPress. And that is where you will get exposed on quality of coffee you're going to use. You got to use some coffees that can potentially handle high extractions. Like if you let it steep for longer, you're like, oh no, you're going to hit brown tasting coffee very, very fast. Or you are going to be exposed on like the water that you're using. Pulsar brews, very transparent, very high extraction, very sweet. It is harmonious. It is great. I like the Pulsar a lot, and it's dumb easy to use. That is like, it's like crazy that how easy the Pulsar is to use. But because you have the valve and you have all this other stuff, it does have a learning curve. Did I test chill extraction for pour over? Not yet. Or like with the balls, not really. I might get a Nucleus Paragon. I haven't thought about this yet. I don't know. I haven't tested a lot of it. I guess there are new burrs from Option O. Oh God, we're all talking about burrs now. This is a complicated situation about coffee grinders. I like the Flat Max a lot. I like Shurikens a lot. And it gets confusing, right? Do you see what is happening here? Is we have like 10 different burr sets, man. What's going on? Yeah, I actually should sleep. SSP burrs are going to be clearer than a ZP6, but a ZP6 is probably like if you have O Gen 1, I think the ZP6 is easier to use. Like you don't have to RDT for ZP6. Like it's not as messy. But ZP6 presents really clear cups. It's very easy to use, and it's cheap. It's good. It's ridiculous that a ZP6 is the price it is. It just like doesn't have the magnetic catch cup. If you have a ZP6 next to X Pro, dude, they all look the same. They all look the same. It's confusing, but ZP6 is great. It's very easy to grind as well. And you can push that burr a little bit further in terms of ratio. You can extract a little higher than most of your typical conicals like these, which are the heptagonal style. You can push things a little longer. It's cleaner. It holds up a lot more to those 1:18 to 20 ratios, and that is good. But in terms of raw clarity, a raw like flavor note separation, with the SSPMPs is going to do better. But it's more frustrating to brew on and use than a ZP6, in my opinion. Yeah, B75 is already on the list. Again, we're gonna go and look at the list again tomorrow, or maybe a day after, depending on how I'm feeling on the live streaming. But yeah, you know the thing that goes burr is actually Kinu pour-over burr. King Kinu pour-over burr. That burr is like $30 or something. It's freaking amazing. I actually think if you are a pour-over nerd and you get the Kinu and the ZP6, you will be very, very happy. The issue with the Kinu is the Kinu with the pour-over burr takes a year to grind. Like you are just spinning that thing over and over and over, versus ZP6 is like actually grinding. But yeah, gonna go sleep in like a minute. I haven't tried the Pietro Pro Brew yet. I don't know. I haven't really bought a lot of stuff until that the P01, because I was like, oh, 102. What could this do? I hate hand grinding light roasts. Yeah, hand grinding light roast sucks. But I think like the ZP6 geometry makes it a bit easier. Well, I have been sipping on this milk tea here. This is black milk tea, and I have been surviving. Grinding Mood Trap on my C40 is gym day. Yes, dude, that you're grinding rocks, man. Yeah, if you only hand grab, like I think I had it lucky where I started with what did I start? I started with a Sete 270, and I was living the electric life, and then now, as we've seen, I've gone down the weird route where I've been using things like the Pharos, the Apex, and then some of these really goofy grinders because those are fun. And I think I've really enjoyed the hobby a lot more because of that. Are the Lab Suite good for espresso? Yes, they are great. They actually are. They're if you want to have slightly larger body, they're gonna do fantastic. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna wrap up now. It is late. For those of you who have tuned in for this, or who are just happen to be tuning in right now, we're still working on the list, and we'll swing back around maybe tomorrow, do some more rankings, rustle some jimmies. We got to justify why some of these things are A and S tier on here. So maybe I think we're ranking things a little too high, but we're gonna build out the list, and we're gonna rank some more stuff. But otherwise, thank you guys so much. Spend the time, hang out. Always down at the hangout on the streams, and I'm surprised you guys are, people are awake. But yeah, I'll probably stream some more later on. See you guys around. Thank you so much.